Okay, friends, listen, I wanted to show you something real quick. I was in the middle of cooking supper today. I cooked the roasted root vegetables, and I've got some peas, and I've got a rotisserie chicken. But I wanted to show you how I zhuzh up my just plain, regular old mashed potatoes, this brand, Idahoan brand, and I just want to show you how I do it. So many of my friends are like, I don't have time to peel potatoes and do all that kind of jazz. So what I've done is I've boiled my water, and that's the great thing about these is once you put them in the hot water, they're not cooking, okay? They are just absorbing the moisture. They're absorbing the liquid. So I'm going to open up both of these packets. You know, I have a big family. So, and what I do is I take a little whisk, and I dump in a little bit and whisk it so it won't lump up. And then I'm going to do it the same thing with the other packet. And I'm going to just let that moisture absorb into these flakes, okay? That's 4 cups of water to 2 regular size packages. I didn't have the family size. It's already seasoned, so you don't have to add salt to it or anything. You don't have to worry about that part. But just let it sit for a minute. It will not be sitting on the eye itself, on the heat. You've just taken it off the heat. Don't even worry about that. And sometimes I'll even take a, let's see. I mean, this is way too big, but sometimes if I'm doing something else, I'll just stick a lid on top. Some kind of lid. And just let it steam there for a second. But what we're going to do is once it absorbs all that liquid, I'm going to put in a little bit of, you can put heavy whipping cream, you can put half and half, you can put regular milk. The carton of milk is in the garage fridge, and I don't want to have to go out there and get it. I'm also going to use this Philadelphia cream cheese, the whipped kind. They didn't have any blocks at the store, so I'm using cream cheese spread, and I also have a little bit of the Colby Jack cheese as well. So now that that's kind of steamed and all that's absorbed, all that liquid has absorbed into the flakes, I'm just going to fluff it up. And you would think, now, they're perfectly delicious just like they are, okay? The buttery, I mean, they're buttery. You can smell it, they're buttery, all right? However, you can make them even better doing this, and they taste homemade. But just a little bit, this is just how you cook. A little bit at the time, and then add that. Now, I'm making a mess, getting it all over me. But you add that a little bit at the time. And it doesn't get too soupy, because it's going to keep absorbing. Those flakes are going to keep, these potatoes, they'll absorb more moisture than you realize. But you don't ever want to add more water. You want to add something that's creamy. So I'll add another 1/8 of a cup to a 1/4 of a cup, and I'll just incorporate that in there and just keep working with it and letting that absorb. Okay, then now you will know, if you've seen me cook for any amount of time, I'm not worried about calories. I'm not worried about adding anything. I don't really care. actually. Let me get another spoon to get this. Okay. Now I'm going to take some of this cream cheese spread and I'm going to put it right there in the middle. Let's see, that's probably about, not a quarter of a cup. Probably about a little over an eighth of a cup. But, and then you want to incorporate that in there and let that melt. And just do that around. If you don't have cream cheese, you could use sour cream. Now I'm going to finish it up with this Colby cheese. That looks to be about a quarter of a cup. I'm just eyeballing this, y'all. But there's you some cheesy, nice, thick, creamy, and look, you saw how much more liquid I've added to it. And I could even add a little bit more. If I had regular milk, I'd probably, but I made them super duper rich and good. And I'm telling you right now, if you have a recipe that calls for anything like mashed potatoes, a mashed potato topping, I make that cheeseburger casserole where you put, or the hamburger casserole where you put the hamburger, the ground beef on the bottom, and then the corn, and then the mashed potatoes on top. Oh my goodness. And then you top it off with shredded cheese and bake it in the oven. Oh, that's so good. I'll have to do that for y'all soon, again. But look, nice, thick, cheesy mashed potatoes and easy peasy. I mean, I've been on here for 7 minutes, and that's how long it took me. So, I hope y'all have a good evening. I hope you try some of this stuff and message me if you have any requests. I'll be happy to help you out. No question, nothing is a dumb question. Only the ones that aren't asked, okay? I'm here for you. Love you. Thanks for tuning in.